we are getting closer in achieving one of the most significant public health goals of our time, getting rid of HIV. Hi, I'm Shermaine Del Rosario and I'm here to share with you what I've learned from the previous webinar on HIV-AIDS awareness, with the theme, Honing Vincentian Red Ribbon Warriors to Break and End the Stigma of HIV and AIDS. With the help of Mr. Ethan Lavendino, a registered medical transcriptionist, and his very informative talk, a Project Red Ribbon made possible. HIV has caused millions of deaths and one of the most devastating diseases that humanity has ever known. Now, let us explore what is HIV and how it differs to AIDS. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus, a virus that attacks the body's immune system. It weakens a person's immune system by destroying the important cells that fight diseases and infection. Without treatment, a person with HIV is likely to develop a potentially life-threatening condition called Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, known as AIDS. At that point, the immune system is too weak to successfully respond against the other diseases, infections, and conditions. Untreated, life expectancy with the end stage, AIDS is about 3 years. To develop AIDS, a person has to have contracted HIV. But having HIV doesn't necessarily mean that someone will develop an AIDS. Cases of HIV progress through 3 stages. Stage 1, acute stage, the first few weeks after transmission. The second stage, the clinical latency or chronic stage. And the last stage, which is the AIDS. There are no particular signs and symptoms for AIDS. It would depend on the opportunistic infections that invade the body and the presence of with HIV. A HIV test is the only way to know the presence of HIV. If you are negative, remain aware, uninfected, and healthy. And if you are positive, remain aware, healthy, and productive. HIV spreads through exchange of bodily fluids such as blood, semen, vaginal and rectal fluids, and even the breast milk. It can be transmitted through unprotected sex, which includes the vaginal, oral, and anal sex. Contaminated blood from a mother that is HIV positive to her offspring. It cannot spread through air, water, and casual contact. Actually, there are 4 principles of transfer. First is the exit, the second is survive, and the third is sufficient, and fourth, the entry. Any individuals of any age, sexual orientation, gender, and race can contact with HIV. Once inside the body, HIV infects the cells that are part of the immune system. Particularly, it targets helper T cells. T cells is responsible for defending the body from infections. Many say prevention is better than cure, and how we can prevent it. We won't even have to cure the disease, but we simply have to stop HIV from being transmitted until it eventually fizzles out. Since the most frequent mode of transmission is sexual contact, then there is 3 C's for prevention: correct and consistent condom use and water-based lubricants. As well, blood transfusion without examination should be avoided, and be aware of the use of syringe and medical equipments. For a mother that is HIV positive, a proper medication is highly recommended to prevent the transmission to the offspring. Aside from it, raising awareness could significantly help in this battle. HIV is not really curable at this point of time, and what we can do if a person gets infected. With the help of technological advancement, they discovered the use of antiretroviral treatment. It is a combination of several antiretroviral medicines used to slow the rate at which HIV makes a copies of itself in the body. Remember, it does not cure virus. It does keep control the viral growth. Effective treatment means a person living with HIV can lead long, healthy lives. Before I end it, I want to share with you that a person living with HIV and AIDS, there's always a hope. Just keep your faith with him. And together, let's break and end the stigma of HIV and AIDS. Thank you and have a blessed day ahead.